Okay. Next, what is matter?
Anything that occupies mass.
Space and has mass is matter. That means if we can see around the things, almost all those things are considered as matter. Okay, just observe. Just observe. So when we observe the things around us, all these are like, if any object which occupies space and has mass is considered as matter. For example, when I'm placing the book at one particular place or area, it occupies some space. When I want to pick the book and lift it and place it in some other place so that I can feel the mass of the book. Understood? So the objects or the substance which having the property of which occupies space and has mass are considered as matter. So here water also occupies some space and it is having some volume. Am I right? So even at the same way, air also. So it occupies the space, easily it occupies the empty space. Okay, when you fill the balloon with air, we can take the mass of the air also. Understand? So all these solids, liquids and gases. I mean to say solids, liquids and gases. Solids, liquids and gases. All the three are considered as matter. Here for solid I have this example books. For liquid I have given example for water and air. You can observe it. Have you seen all the things?
Yeah.
Yes. Understood? So for example, the energy we can't say it as a matter. Energy, simple way we can say that air is considered as matter, but the feelings, what we can say, feelings in the sense sadness, happiness, loving, all these, what we express, that we can't say it's a matter. Understood? Because those cannot occupy the space and at the same way they doesn't have any mass. But the objects, when we feel or which occupies the space and when we lift the object with the mass, then we consider it as matter. So what is matter, children? Anything that occupies space and has mass is matter. Is matter. So the best example I can give. So these are the things around us. Okay, one is the book, Now you are having the books, you can feel the book occupies the space and it is having some mass, water and air. Next. So okay with this slide? Shall we go? So what is matter of? So we discussed about the matter. We know the definition of matter, how it occupies the space, and when we can feel the mass of the matter also. But what is matter and what does it made up of? According to John Dalton, who is he?
Ma'am, I think he had a theory related to iron.
Yeah, not iron. John Dalton, in general, he gave some postulates. Postulates in the sense proved statements. Okay, postulates in the sense proved statements. So according to the John Dalton in the 19th century, he named the smallest piece of iron. The iron consists of iron atom. But the atom name was given by Democrat children. the term given by Democritus, but he did not give the correct explanation about them. He just say that atoms means indivisible, which cannot be divided further. Gave Democritus. So these experiments, like these statements, was proved by John Dalton. Dalton has given some postulates. And Dalton said that he has taken one example. Like, wow, how many elements we are having in the periodic table, children?
From 108.
How many elements? 118. 118.
What it was? So I didn't get it.
So total how many elements are present in the periodic table, or at present there are 118 elements. So these 180 elements are considered as pure. Okay, all 118 elements pure.
Yes, ma'am.
He has taken samples. Homogeneous. So when he has taken one example, he breaks the iron into different small pieces. So until the ultimate smallest piece, which cannot be divided further, that much small piece he taken. He said that smallest piece which cannot be divisible further at particular stage, which cannot be divided further, and that smallest part of that particular iron is nothing but iron atom. Understood? And he said that smallest part of iron, atom, so that atom gives the entire properties of that iron. For example, so when we are sick, we'll visit to the hospital and we'll go for the, like what we can say, we just take the appointment with the doctor and we'll go to the doctor to meet the doctor. What doctor will say? If it is a normal diagnosed thing, he just give the medicine and he asked us to come after 3 days or 1 week. Steps after going to the treatment. But after 1 week, though we are very much sick, what the doctor says? What the doctor says? The doctor will recommend to the diagnosis center to go with the blood and the urine test. Yes or no? So the doctor will understand the symptoms. He'll write the test. So what they'll do, they'll take the blood. Is they take the entire blood from our body?
No, they will not take the entire blood.
So they won't take the entire blood. They take the few ml. Yeah, Vamika.
Ma'am, so like if you take a blood test or if you donate blood, then ma'am, donate blood, you do give a little more blood than usually you do when you have a blood test. So ma'am, after blood test or after you donate blood, ma'am, it said that you should have a lot of water and juices so that the blood can be made more. That's why they do not even take so much blood. They take only a little blood.
No, not in the sense like what is blood is nothing but a carrier. So the oxygen carries easily. Okay, the oxygen carries and it flows from the toe to the tip of the head. Am I right? So in that sense, the blood flows. So when they have taken the blood, what happened? Oxygen level gradually decreases in our body. So water also adds carry this. So when we have taken more juices and water, they'll give the instant glucose to our body, and we feel that when it is taken from our body, we'll feel light, very light. So in order to regenerate that energy, glucose is an instant energy. Especially we can say carbohydrates will give instant energy. Okay? In that sense, they'll ask us to take juices and even water is used, so that we won't feel much lighter and we won't feel sickness.
Understood? I have something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that for this patient, I have seen that even I have experience, they will put something like glucose in our like a tube to our hand. And what is that glucose made up of?
that is not glucose shell, it's a sodium chloride sample of some chemicals.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Saline, you are saying drip only?
Yeah.
You are saying, yeah, drip is nothing but it's like a complete, what I mean to say, they'll say it's a glucose. It depends upon the composition of that particular bottle. But if we observe that it's like it's written as sodium chloride solutions.
Ma'am,
Once
what does that even use?
it is used to give the instant energy, dear. Because once there is any fluctuation in our body, definitely the nerve impulses will be dropped. Definitely the blood level, and even we feel very weak. So they'll pass through it. How much water we can drink? So even though we take the water, so it requires after filtration and everything, it takes some time. That's why they'll give the drip directly to the nervous system. So nerve system give impulses to our brain, and it activates our brain. Once the brain is activated strongly, so that the body also activates.
Okay.
Understand?
Yeah.
So much is there. So much is there. We simply say that those are glucose bottles. They are not glucose bottles. Just go and see the composition of it. I think in Google it is available. Once if you go and you can search it in the composition, then you can understand the percentage, what are the components present in it. So that's why we'll say previously we used to call it as glucose bottles. Now we are saying drip simply.
Okay.
Alright?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So according